In this video, I'll teach you how to make words, animations, pictures, or effects appear behind a subject in a video using CapCut. I'll also show you how to use keyframes to make your video interesting, just like your favorite YouTubers do. It's going to be fun. Let's start with text. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I use CapCut to edit them. So here's how the CapCut interface looks. The first thing we'll do is bring in the video where we want to add text behind the subject. I've already trimmed the starting and ending points of my videos. Now, I'm placing it on the timeline. The background doesn't look great, but that's okay. We'll make it more interesting. To start writing, go to the upper left corner and click on Text. Then click on Default Text. It depends on how long you want the text in the clip. For now, let's drag it to cover the entire video. Now, let's write something. I'll write subscribe because why not? As you can see, it still looks boring. But let's make it interesting by putting it behind the subject. To do that, we're going to duplicate our clip. Select the clip and copy it. Now paste it on top of your original clip. For a shortcut, hold Ctrl and Alt key, select the clip, and drag it on top. Next, select the top clip, go to the top right corner. Under Video Options, click on Cutout, and then click on Auto Cutout. From there, click Auto Cutouts. So far, this only works with human figures. Wait for a few seconds for the subject to be cut out. It's complete, but you can't see any change because there's a clip under it. When I add a stroke, it shows exactly how the subject has been cut out. Now, let's go back to the timeline. Select the text layer and hold it, then place it between the two clips, right below the top clip. And there you go. The text is now behind our subject. But what if you want to make the text more interesting? Choose the text layer, and in the top right corner, you'll find lots of great options for text. Let's start with the font. I really like this font. It's the same one Jimmy uses, called Comic Axis. I'll share the link below. Now, I'll make the text bigger, and I can even position it anywhere behind the subject. In the font section, there are many presets you can use for your text, but I won't use them. I usually prefer using them for my short videos. For my current text, I'll just add a shadow to make the text stand out. You also have the option to curve the text. Not only that, but you can also adjust how curvy you want your text to be. Oops, I just noticed I forgot to include the S in my text. Let's add it. Now it looks good. Let's preview what we've done so far. Amazing. Now let's add text animations and all that fun stuff. If you want an in-depth video on how to play around with your text, kindly let me know in the comments. This is how our video is looking so far after adding animations. Moving to the second part, this time, let's add pictures behind the subject. This works for any type of picture, like JPEG, PNG, or GIF. First, let's get the pictures we want to use. I'll share the website link in the description. This site is useful for finding cool PNG pictures that can make your videos better. Let's look for something simple, like YouTube. You can also be specific, like searching for a YouTube subscribe button or anything you like. To download an image for the first time, you'll need to prove you're a human, and then the rest will download easily. Sometimes there might be an ad, but just close it. That's what happens when we want free stuff. Back to CapCut, import your images. Earlier, I downloaded some nice plant pictures. Just like we did with the text, let's put our picture behind the subject. Drag the picture to the timeline under the top video. If you've learned something so far, kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Now, I'll show you a simple keyframe trick. Select the picture or text layer where you want your animation to begin. In the top right corner, next to Position and Size, click on that diamond shape to add a keyframe. It turns blue to show you added a keyframe. Now, move your pointer to where you want your keyframe to finish. On your preview screen, move the picture to where you want it to go. Remember to hold the Shift button while moving to keep it in a straight line. Once it's moved, the keyframe is automatically added. Now, when we play the clip, you can see how interesting it is. This method of keyframing can be used for text, different types of pictures, and even videos. Remember, when dealing with pictures, the animation option is in a separate section, but for text, it's under a subheader within the text section. Now, let's add some animation for fun. That in point determines how your picture or text will show up in your video, and there are various cool options to check out. The out point decides how your text or images will disappear. Lastly, there's the combo or loop option, which keeps your text or images animated throughout. Here's a quick tip. If your animation seemed too quick, just increase the duration of the animation for it to last longer. The shorter the duration, the faster your animation will be. The final step is adding effects behind the subject. This will make your videos more interesting, especially if you don't have a proper filming studio like me. So, let's make this video captivating. On the top right corner, click on Effect. For those with a plain background, try clicking on Light. Here, you can choose a window light or, like me, add this cool palm tree shadow. Play around with the atmosphere. Another thing I enjoy is importing my own PNG shapes to make the background more interesting. Here's an example of one of my PNGs. See how intriguing it looks? Let's lower the opacity. Now, let's add some plants. I know you can do better. I'm not an expert set designer. To make it a bit more realistic, add a blur effect and lower the blurriness. When we preview it, it looks amazing with this moving shadow effect. Similarly, let's put in an animation right below the initial video. Just position it around that area. Make sure it covers the whole video or the length you want. In this project with lots of pictures and stuff, the final step I usually take is adjusting the colors. First, I apply my LUT on everything, and then I use some filters from the app. And here's how our video looks now. Thank you for watching. If you want more tricks, subscribe to the channel and watch my next video.